Welcome to episode 7. In this episode, we're going to look at Catholic identity and how to create a culture of virtue in your school. We've talked to many Catholic leaders who have done this well and have created this culture and have really focused on Catholic identity. I hope you can learn from their words of wisdom and their example on how they have shown us to be leaders in Catholic education.
I'm Sister Mary Samuel, one of the Sisters of Mary, one of the founding sisters of our community. We've committed ourselves to Catholic education. We know the value of importance of Catholic schools in our country today. Without these Catholic schools, the faith in America is going to disappear. When the children come to the school, this is a unique, precious soul, and we see that as each child comes through the door. So we know that they have academic challenges they will be striving for, and also we have the spiritual aspect of a child, to develop virtues in the child, to provide them with models, which are the saints in our program, and also to develop the inner life of that child. And that's the beauty of having the chapels in the school, that we can teach them to pray. It's important for us to develop the virtues in the children, to be able to also at the same time make sure that the parents are working with us on developing these virtues. And a lot of times children are coming from homes, different situations that they don't practice the virtues. Children might be argumentative. They're not treated with respect. So when the children come to school and we see these vices coming out in children, then we want to help them to grow in the virtues. It's not difficult to teach. I think the materials are there. You have wonderful materials that are laid out for you. You have to read it and to think about it and then to present that to your children. So the program is excellent. The inner life of the child is very important to us in the schools. Little children have interior life. Christ lives in each one of us, and to teach them that Christ is with you, so that when they're afraid or they lack confidence, that they can be able to ask Christ to help them and that they can pray. So prayer is very important. We have to teach them to pray.
My name is Richard Thompson. I'm the President and Chief Counsel of the Thomas More Law Center, a national public interest law firm based in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Religion and morality is slowly being pushed out of the public square, especially in our public school system. When young kids are brought up contrary to the faith, contrary to the Catholic faith, we are losing their souls. And there's a danger they will not get to heaven. And so even though that battle is going on, and even though we say, let's wait for a while, as we wait, more souls are being lost. And that is the concern I have. And that's why it's so important to ingrain virtue in our young children. We know that if they start off with virtuous beliefs, with foundation in their faith, that they're more likely to stay that way as time goes on. They may fall away for a while, but they will always come back to the faith. And I think it is an important menu for not only the sisters to teach the children, but for anyone that can be a part of that program to use that program, because they're not getting it in school. This is filling a vacuum that is sorely needed to keep our children on the straight and narrow.
My name is Tom Maloney. I'm the president of Lansing Catholic High School. So this is my 25th year of being a teacher, coach, administrator, and now this is my third year being president of Lansing Catholic High School. When we brought on the Sisters program, Disciples in Christ, Virtue and Education, the first challenge was to rediscover, recapture this language. Instead of talking about present-day language of being nice and kind and bullying or anti-bullying, to grab that beautiful language of virtue. And one of the beautiful things about this program is it's so applicable across a broad range of all the activities and classes that we have at a high school setting. Today's youth are sent so many different messages out in society, and what is lacking is really any form of boundaries for these students. They are given the world at their fingertips, whether it's through social media, whether it's through other outlets of media, TV, radio, you name it, and there doesn't seem to be any boundaries. What the Disciples of Christ Virtue and Education program allows, it gives you a framework. In a world that that's telling these students anything goes. We're telling them that God goes, right? And so God goes before you, behind you, is around you. And so let's start there. It gives them a chance to root themselves in behaviors that will lead them down the path that God has intended for them. It was an answer to what is out there that's going to help us teach our young people how to navigate this world we live in. Leave it to the sisters. They did a wonderful job coming with this program and present it in such a way that we can all use it, whether we're in elementary school, whether we're in high school, or even with our faculty and staff, and with our coaches and our athletes and our extracurricular program. It's just a wonderful program to use all across the spectrum.
My name is Chris Horn. I played professional football for the Kansas City Chiefs, New Orleans Saints, Carolina Panthers. And before I was in the NFL, I played for the Arizona Rattlers here in Phoenix, Arizona. My wife and I have 4 children right now. Ages are 11, 6, and 2. My kids know more about their Catholic faith at this age than I ever did at this age. Amy and we talk about virtue quite a bit. One of the great things here at St. Thomas is the school will have a virtue that they focus on for that particular week, and sometimes it'll carry over for more than 1 week. The last 2 weeks, it was orderliness. And it's amazing how the Holy Spirit works, is during whatever virtue it is, we're putting a lot of focus in on, so many opportunities come to talk about. I think it's helpful to the kids because you can see it start to make sense. We're not just mindlessly, let's practice the virtue of orderliness. You know, there are reasons and a focus, and it all leads to Christ.
Hi, my name is Lee Ulrich, and I'm a junior high science teacher here at St. Thomas the Apostle. I also have 3 children that go here. I have twin 7th grade boys and a 5th grade girl. Because there are so many virtues, in fact, we have a list of virtues that one of the handouts that they give us is, a little laminate of just all the virtues. So we hang that on our refrigerator at home, and so the kids constantly see it because, of course, it's right there by their sports schedules. And because not only do my kids go to a Catholic school, but we go to a school where we do talk about the virtues quite often, I can help reiterate that at home. And then the fact that my kids play sports, we can then associate those virtues to the playing field or to the basketball court or to whatever else. And so having a good understanding of the virtues helps me to have a more well-rounded family in general.
My name is Grace Cecilia Bogue, and I'm in 8th grade.
My name is Eleanor Josephine Bogue, and I'm in 6th grade. My name is Matthew Joseph Bogue, and I'm in 4th grade.
My name is Bridget Francis Bogue, and I'm in 2nd grade.
My name is Joey Bogue, and I am in 1st grade.
My name is Martha Bogue. My husband's name is Michael, and we have 6 children. There are 2 main ways in which the school, I think, has changed since I was a student here. One of the ways is aesthetically. There are many more statues of saints around. The virtues are very visible for all of the students to see and give them reminders about how to maybe change their behavior. And another way is academically. It was a strong academic school when I was here. However, the religious education program is much stronger today. And I think the students are being given real tools to live a virtuous life, to learn about not only the virtues, but also the vice that might oppose to that virtue and how to fix that behavior and make it better. They are given real life examples of how to do that.
My name's Ellie, and I'm in 6th grade, and I take the art elective. And in art elective, we get to practice the virtue of magnificence. We got to see a picture of the presentation in the temple that an artist did, and we took time to figure out what it was and what virtues were tied to it. And we get to practice the virtue of magnificence by seeing the beautiful things that God inspired us to do through artwork.
Sister Agnes Maria said, what if, as parents, you could change your language at home? And instead of saying, don't interrupt me, to your child, you could say, I need you to show me some respect right now. I went home and tried that, and it actually works a lot better. I would say this education for the students is coming home and making a difference in that aspect of their lives also.
Our sisters who begin their years of formation here in Ann Arbor, they come to the school, they spend time in the classroom, and they get a taste of the Catholic identity, the Catholic culture that we've had the freedom and the privilege to be able to establish in our schools and in the Dominican tradition. And as we're assigned to different schools in Sacramento and Phoenix, Columbus, Peoria, Chicago, all different places in the United States, we take a piece of what we have here at the Mother House, at Spiritu Sanctus at Ann Arbor, and we take this philosophy, this understanding of how we can educate the young to these schools. And it's one part of Catholic identity. Not only do we bring what we know as far as the doctrines, and also a very strong academic curriculums that we provide, because we want Catholics to be intelligent. We talk about truth, beauty, and goodness, and leading them to goodness. And virtue is this habitual, this interior desire, this disposition to goodness. And so once we have these tools, these resources, we're able to, in a certain sense, pepper these other schools. This is what I find very exciting, because we can't be everywhere. We don't have sisters to be in every school. But this is a way that we can help deepen and further Catholic education in the United States.